Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, I'm Dr. Kerim, a machine learning research scientist in Explainable Machine Learning at Surrey University. Today, I'm going to share my experience of over 7 years in publishing academic papers. In this video, we are diving into one of the most crucial aspects of academic life, how to publish a research paper. First, how to select the right conference or journal for your specific paper. As you know, the most important thing to do at the beginning is to choose the right journal or conference. You should make sure the journal's scope aligns well with your research topic. Then you should consider the impact factor of the journal or the reputation of the conference. But remember, impact factor is not the only indicator of quality. Don't forget also to search if the journal is open access or not. Try to decide early whether you want your paper to be open access or in a subscription-based journal. Look into the peer review process to ensure it's rigorous and timely, right? You should know that not all the journals are respected and not all of them do appropriate academic review of your work, of your paper. Some of them will almost always accept any paper. So please spend time perusing the journal's past issues and try to read the author guidelines. This will give you a better idea of what they are looking for. The second question is how to prepare your manuscript. So preparing your manuscript is something also very important. This is a very critical step. So let's try to break this down of what you need usually to include in your submission. So first, the title and abstract, right? So we need to craft a clear, concise title and abstract. And this is not an easy job. It's not an easy thing to do. These are the first things reviewers and readers will do. So this is the first impression that they will develop about your paper. Then we have the introduction. In the introduction, you need to clearly state your research questions, its significance, like why this is important, and the objectives of your study. Then we have the methodology, which is like the heart of your paper. In this section, you need to describe your methods in details, which will allow other researchers to reproduce what you have done. Then we have the results. In the results, you present your findings with appropriate data visualization tools or programming languages such as R, Python, MATLAB, or others. Then we have discussions and conclusion. So here you interpret your results, you discuss their implications, and you propose future research directions. And finally, of course, we have references. So you need to properly cite all sources that you have used in your work. And be careful, of course, you need to check also the format of the journal or the conference and make sure that you are following the recommended format. So always follow the journal's specific formatting guidelines. These can usually be found in the instructions for author section on the journal's website. If you don't, this may lead to disk rejection of your paper even without a review. Now let's move to the next question. What about the submission process? So what we need to do? Now let's talk about the submission process. Most journals have online submission system. They usually ask you to submit the following 2 files. Cover letter, right? So you should write a nice cover letter that summarizes your research and its importance. I would also say briefly talk why and how your paper is relevant to this journal. That's important. And the second file that you need to submit, of course, is the manuscript. So you need to upload your manuscript along with any supplementary materials. So some journals allow you to suggest also potential reviewers So try to choose experts who are impartial and knowledgeable in your field. So the journal, of course, may or may not, right, contact these suggested reviewers. Finally, once you have submitted your paper, you will have a confirmation, or you receive a confirmation email from the journal. Now comes the waiting game, which is sometimes really 6 months or yet more. So now what comes next? Well, peer review, revision, and decision stage. So after submission, your paper will undergo peer review. So what do we expect at this stage? First, we have the initial review. So the editor usually will do an initial screening, right? They will check if you are following the format of the journal, of the conference. And if it is okay, then it will go to the peer reviewers. The second thing that will happen here will be the actual reviewing of your paper, right? So you will receive feedback, which can be positive, negative, or a mix, right? So don't be discouraged by criticism. It's meant to improve your work. So you may receive feedback from 2 or more reviewers, right? It depends on the conference or the journal. Then we have the revision, right? So your job after receiving the revisions, right, the suggestions from the reviewers, is to address the reviewers' comments. So you need to be polite and concise in your responses. So usually you have some constraints, right, on how many pages you can submit in the rebuttal, right, stage or as a revision, and what type of experiments you can do or you can't do. Now, once revisions are made, you need to resubmit your paper. If accepted, congratulations. If not, consider the feedback and decide whether to submit to another journal or conference. And there you have it. Publishing a research paper is really a detailed process, but with careful planning and persistence, you can successfully share your findings with the world, and that's really amazing. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more academic tips, and hit the bell icon to get notified of our latest videos. Thanks for watching, and best of luck with your research publication journey. See you next time.